You're listening to Japan Baseball Weekly. News, interviews, analysis, and hot takes about all 12 NPB teams. Hosted by Jim Allen and John E. Gibson.
It's Matt Davidson joining us for the show this week. Thank you very much for taking the time, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
And last time we talked at Tokyo Dome, I found out I was older than your father, so we won't even talk about that. Why did I bring it up, right?
Yeah.
Good to see you guys had a nice win last night. Now, how would you assess your first NPB season so far?
Man, it's been crazy. It's definitely been a lot more of adjustment than I thought it was going to be. It's been great. I mean, the experience has been awesome. I haven't played that well. I'm doing better. I've had a couple of injuries, but yeah, I think the timing. I think it was pretty tough for my leg kick and my hand move, and with all the different timing stuff here, it's just been kind of crazy to deal with. Honestly, half the time, or more than half the time, I just feel like I'm trying to get on time, not even trying to. Like, I don't even feel like I'm on time, so that's been really the biggest battle for me. When I'm on time, I'll crush a ball, get hits, but it's just like, man, I feel like, you've been covering this forever. It's like they'll throw 4 different pitches with 4 different windups. You know what I mean? So it's like that, just getting used to that, getting used to the pitchers and everything. But it's been getting a lot better, like as the year's gone on. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, just trying to make some adjustments to clean up my swing, and go from there, because when I'm on time, I'm really good. It's just been like, honestly, all year I've been off time, but we'll get it going.
We hear that a lot. In the Japanese pitchers, and you said 4 pitches with 4
different windups,
but they'll throw the same pitch with 4 windups too.
So there's guys in this league where it's like, man, this guy's like stuff is like high school quality, and he'll have a 1-5, and he'll like do all these different, he'll throw a fastball and changeup. That's it, the whole game, and he'll just have 6-7 different windups, and the team will get 2 hits. It's just crazy. It's mind blowing. And then you'll go to the States and you'll get guys throwing 100 with a wipeout slider, this and that. And it's like, that guy's almost easier to hit because his windup is exactly the same every time. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that's just been the adjustment of that. But yeah, it's been tough. I mean, but I've really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I'm here.
Now, you played first and third, and I think an outfield position as well. We've seen the defensive plays you made recently. One of them, I think last night, a snatch of a line drive and stuff like that. So at which position do you think you excel?
Yeah, well, I don't play outfield. I've never played outfield before. But first and third, I like them both, I think I came up as a third baseman. I think first is a little bit easier, you don't have to throw the ball across the field, but I enjoy both of them. Yeah, but I've been having a pretty good year so far defensively, so glad to help out the team that way.
Now, your first hit in Japan, I believe it came in Game 3.
Yeah.
And it was a home run.
Yeah.
What was that like? Just, share with us, what was that journey like? Go through a couple of games and then have your first hit be a home run.
Yeah, it was good. I think, this is my 15th year professionally, so didn't really care or whatever. I just kind of want to excel. I think even spring I've been struggling. Yeah, it's kind of been a struggle all year. It's all, I kind of just keep on looking up and being like, man, I am not playing how I want to or expect myself or how I know I can. So I think that's just kind of been the story of the year, is like, okay, I got that, I should be doing that, let's do more. I think that's kind of how I've been feeling. So but yeah, I mean, it was cool, but I expect to hit homers, and I expect to do well, so that's kind of how I've been looking at it.
Well, that being said, you guys are in second place, and I mean, here's the Central League. What do you think of the rest of the Central League?
As far as the teams and stuff? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously there's only 6 in the Central League, and we all just kind of beat up on each other, kind of thing. It's definitely kind of different time of baseball with so many teams, and you play each other so much, which helps as a hitter, because the first half of the season you're just facing guys you have no idea what they throw or like what. I mean, you have a scout report, but
sure,
until you see it in the box, you kind of just don't know how stuff moves, and especially being a foreign guy. I mean, all of us in the league have experienced it. It's like they kind of pitch to us a lot differently. So there might be a high percentage pitch and we won't even see it, and their lowest percentage pitch they'll throw and strike you out, kind of thing. Like, so that's kind of been one thing to learn throughout the league. But yeah, we've been playing really good. I mean, I think Arai has been an amazing addition. I think I love playing for him. I think the whole team does, and I think that shows. And he's done a great job. So I think we've been playing defense, pitching, hitting, timely hitting, everything. I think it's all been good.
So you guys are talking about that. You guys have scored the third fewest runs in the Central League. I think the Giants and Swallows have scored more, and yet they're behind you in the standings. So, I mean, what kind of team is this on offense?
I mean, I think we score plenty of runs. I think that it's been timely hitting, really, and that's how you win. I mean, if you win, I mean, we have a pretty decent ballpark too. It's not like a short ballpark. I mean, Giants and Jingu, those places are tiny. I mean, fly balls go out there like crazy, so you probably expect them to score the most runs out of the year. I mean, every year probably, but I mean, yeah, our pitching's really been. We've had some bad streaks, and really the pitching gets hit and then we lose. So our pitching has been great, and I think we really rely on our pitching.
Now, speaking of that, I mean, gosh, it's good, but how do you characterize what Alan Curdy did last night, throwing 128 pitches and a shutout in the heat, the drippy heat last night here?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like there's so many crazy different things compared to American baseball. I mean, the guy just out there just ripping splits all this. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, they'll throw 5 straight splits, and 6 straight splits. I mean, that's just the Japanese style of baseball. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, the guy who goes out there and throws that many pitches and does it, and he'll come back and do it again the next week. So our pitching's definitely our strong suit. They do a good job.
Now, you did mention Arai, and he's a rookie manager, so how have you seen him grow from the start of the season to now?
I mean, honestly, he's been the same. I mean, I think that he's obviously a Hall of Fame player, and he was a great player, and I think he has a great personality, and people like him, and I think he understands players and what they're going through, and I think that helps a lot. He's definitely a player's manager, and guys like to play for him. They respect him, so they play hard and they respect his decisions and everything like that. So it's been he's been one of my favorite managers to play for sure. Now we don't even speak the same language.
You speak baseball?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's crazy. Like, we're in the middle of in a race, and then I remember it was a couple weeks ago or a month ago, and that he batted Shosei leadoff, just some rookie randomly, and we're in the middle of a playoff race. Like, it just shows that he has confidence in everybody, and he just kind of does it, and he's super aggressive, and he's not gonna play tight and try to hold on to stuff. He's just gonna let us play and do it. I mean, that was pretty. You don't really ever see that. I don't think in Japanese either. Just throwing some rookie first. He's never made a start yet all year, and they just bat him leadoff. I think I don't know what team it was against, but I mean, every game is a game-winning game here, so you got to do it. So just showing that, I mean, he's relaxed and has confidence and lets us play.
All right, last question. This race for the pennant is in the playoffs is getting down to the nitty-gritty here, getting down to the business end of the season. So what has been a key for the Carp, and you're looking forward? What do you have in terms of just staying competitive each time? What do you have to focus on?
Yeah, I think Arai does a good job of not trying to force anything too much. I think, I mean, regardless, I mean, you can just let it get in your head, I mean, really, you just got to play like it's opening day or any other day, just show up to the field and do your thing and then go to dinner afterwards, and that's it. I think, you just can't put too much pressure on it. It's a game, and you got to just do your work and do your job, and then you just go home and do it. I think when you see teams do that, they just, I mean, every time it's just pressing and getting get nervous, and just it gets to them, and which it's very easy to do that, so you just kind of gotta relax and just play the game like it is getting played, and just stay aggressive, that's, I think Arai does a good job of that.
Represent Southern California well, my friend. Good luck.
You.
Stay healthy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.